everyone, and welcome to Lunch or Brunch with Bubby. My name is Bubby Deborah Abelman, and I'm going to be your host. Today, we are going to perform a very special lunch for you. We're going to fly halfway across the planet to Italy, where we're going to make an amazing pasta carbonara with a homemade egg pasta. Now, please give a very warm puppy welcome to my grandson, David.
I'm so excited to be here with you, Bubby.
Oh, well, this dish is so easy to make, anybody can make it. My grandson here has never peeled a potato, but today he's going to do most of the cooking. Now, let's get our aprons on.
You're going to want to start by sifting 2 cups of double O flour. This is a special Italian flour usually used for pizza or pasta. Now you're going to want a pinch of salt. Stir and set it aside.
In a separate bowl, crack 2 large eggs and 6 large egg yolks. I recommend cracking it into a separate bowl and removing it with my hands. Next, add a teaspoon of olive oil and stir. Once you're done, you can set it aside.
Now, pour your flour onto the tabletop. Create a well. Then pour your egg mixture into the well and stir. If a little bit leaks out, that's alright. Just keep shoveling and shoveling until you reach a consistency similar to ours.
At this stage, you're better off grabbing it with your hands and giving it a good old massage. Once you're done kneading the dough, it should have a consistency sort of like this one.
A good way to check if your dough is done is by pushing down on it and seeing if it springs up. Then roll out your dough.
And cut it into 4 equal pieces. It's okay if it's not exactly even. Just try to make it as even as possible. Roll them up into balls and set each one aside.
Grab one of your balls and place it on your counter. Roll it out with your pin and then fold it over itself. Repeat the process.
You're going to want to grab your pasta roller and set it on a low number. Slowly increase the number to get a thinner thickness. You want to get as close to paper as possible. That's when it's best. Once you've reached a thickness that you like, replace your roller with a pasta cutter.
You can go with any shape you like. Vermicelli, fettuccine, linguine. It doesn't really matter. Then dust and set it aside. And repeat the process with the other pieces of dough.
Onto the carbonara. You're going to want to start by taking your guanciale and removing the skin, and cutting it into around 1 centimeter cubes. Guanciale is the cured cheek of a pig. It's very salty, so you won't need any salt or butter because it's mainly fat.
In a separate bowl, crack 2 eggs. Into the bowl, you can grate roughly 40 grams of pecorino romano. This is a very salty Italian cheese. It is so good. It comes from the Romano state of Italy. Then, you can mix it together and set it aside. Now mix it together and set it aside.
You can now turn on your stove and start to boil your water to cook the pasta. At the same time, place your guanciale in a pan and only then turn on the heat to a medium. Start stirring the guanciale. After about a minute, you can add a cracked clove of garlic. Roughly a minute or 2 later, you can add 2 tablespoons of pepper. Make sure it's ground finely. Then you can stir and keep stirring until you have a golden consistency, close to this. Around 30 seconds after you've put in your pepper, you can start to drag the homemade pasta from earlier into your pot. You're going to want to leave it in there for around 2 to 3 minutes if you want it al dente. A little more if you like it soft. Once the pasta is cooked, you can drag it into the pan. Make sure you drag in water. This is going to stop the frying action. You'll find that there is a lot of fat that comes out of the guanciale. It's like my grandson's little cheeks. They're so chubby. Just keep stirring and stirring. You want to stop the frying process, so drag some water in. If you don't do this, it'll turn to stir fry. Then you're going to want to turn off the heat and set the pan aside. Then you're going to want to pour in your egg mixture and stir.
And there you have it, a beautiful spaghetti carbonara, authentic as it can be. Hey, cameraman, want some?
No, I'm okay.
Would it kill you to eat?